Welcome back everyone. As expected, an iPhone 6s and iPhone SE battery comparison has been concurred, and it's pretty much as you guys expected it. I mean, the iPhone SE 2020 does have overall better battery life than my iPhone 6s, which honestly I was expecting from the beginning with, you know what I mean? Now the way this test ran, and I took your guys' opinion even more, so not only did I test more apps and everything like that, but I also set a timer onto the side, and basically what this just entailed was I charged both phones up to 100%, and then I set the brightness to exactly the same. It was a little bit below average brightness. Some of you told me and DM'd me saying you shouldn't put it up all the way because not everybody uses it like that. So I set it a little bit lower than, halfway. And on top of that, I ran a bunch of tests. I ran many Antutus. I played a bunch of games, all that stuff. And at the end of it, I did see that the iPhone SE2 did have overall better battery life, as you guys will probably see. Now, one very important thing that I want to hit on, this is very, very important, is that the iPhone 6s does not have a full battery. So this thing is, I think, at like 79% or something. Like, it's, as you can see, it needs to be serviced, so my battery health is 79%. So you have to keep that in mind. It's not like this battery is 100%. And that's what a lot of people fail to say. They just assume that the battery life on here is the same one that you bought on when many years ago, but that's not the case. So if you replace the battery on here and you had an iPhone 6s that had 100% battery life, that actually wouldn't be as bad as you might think, and it would be much closer to what the iPhone SE 2020 had. Now, one of the biggest problems I had with my iPhone 6s was that within the first like 10 minutes, the battery went down to like 71%. And I was like, this is horrible, as you guys will probably see on the little video that I made. And I didn't know what to make of it. And it was like 70 something percent or whatever. It didn't really matter. And I was like, okay, yeah, well, the iPhone SE2 is definitely going to outlast the iPhone 6s by a lot. But then I ended up doing a couple more tests and different things like that. I checked on it every once in a while, and it was still stuck at that same percentage, while the iPhone SE 2020 did go down a little bit. So that was honestly pretty shocking to me, the fact that the iPhone 6s battery, even though it did go down a little bit, that the battery calibration was totally off. That it just, hit on these points. It hit like 70 something percent, then it got down to like 50 something percent, then 30%, and then 17% or something like that. And now it's stuck at 17%. Whereas on my SE2, it gradually went down like a normal battery should. So I don't think it's a 6S problem fully. I think it's just my specific battery problem. But the SE2 was able to not only load up things faster, I got way higher scores and everything, but the battery life seemed to be much better at the end too. So the iPhone 6s did die eventually at around that 4-hour, 50-minute mark, which was way longer than I was expecting it to go. The SE2 did end at around like 55 to 60%, somewhere around that span. And it's pretty insane to me that that actually happened, that the SE2 does have this much better battery life than the 6s. But like I stated, as I said before a billion times, you have to keep in mind that the 6s does have somewhat of a faulty battery. So you can't really fault the iPhone 6s with doing this. If I replace the battery on here on the 6s, maybe it would be much closer. The SE2 did last much longer, which was a given as expected. I charged both these up since then. My SE2 is now at about 65%. The 6s was at 70% still, which I still don't understand because I charged them both for the same amount of time, but it is what it is. So what I can tell you at the end of it is that 100% for a fact, the iPhone SE2 does have a better battery life than the 6s as expected. Expect to get, I wouldn't say twice the amount of battery life, not by that at all, because like I said, the 6s did have a decreased battery size. But I would say, you're probably going to get about like 40% better battery on a SE2 than on a 6s in my opinion. And that's a really, really good thing to consider, considering the SE2 does not cost a crazy amount of money. This battery life isn't even that great, but it's definitely better than the 6S and definitely better than the 6S that I had. So that really pretty much covers it up. If you guys have any other questions or anything, let me know in the comment section below. Hit the like button, that would mean so much, but definitely hit that subscribe button. Every single subscriber that we get really does count, so it means so much if you guys can hit that. Also check out the other links down in the description as well. My Twitter, my Instagram, my second channel, all those links are linked down below. I'd really appreciate if you guys check it out. More importantly than everything else, every single one of you guys. Hopefully I'll catch you guys in the next video. Peace out till then.